Initially, when we were given the task, it didn't seem like a lot. But when we looked at it and looked at the enormity of the task, it was huge. A lot of the stuff I didn't have time to do during the day, so I ended up taking things home. And that started to impact upon the family life at home. I went back to see the doctor because I was feeling more lethargic, more tired. Even though I thought I'd sleep well, I wasn't sleeping well. I was waking up tired as though I'd been out for a marathon run the night before and just not getting quality sleep. In the end, he just put everything aside on his desk and we just ended up having a chat. And he said, I think you should go see a psychiatrist because he thinks I have depression. So I said, okay, yep, no worries, I'll go do that. So I went and saw the psychiatrist. And the psychiatrist said, he said to me that I have depression, anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder. When I went back to work, being the return to work coordinator as well, I was kind of responsible for my own return to work plan. The pressures were still there. The deadlines were still there. When I applied for the second job, the issue of depression or any mental illness or health issues didn't come up. I went to work doing the same sort of things. I was responsible for the health and safety of the people at that work site, reporting to management on safety issues, and the manager was more proactive. He would come to me regularly and say, Len, how's things going? You haven't got too much work, you're managing it okay. And this was before, to the point that I thought, has someone told him that I had a mental health issue that I hadn't told him? And that prompted me to actually go and see him during a break and say to him, and I said to him, you're aware that I have a mental health issue, that I have depression, blah, 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 blah. And he said he didn't know. And I said, I'm just astounded because I feel so much better being able to come to work, and you seem to be more positive about making sure your employees are not overworked, that they're doing their work right, they're not overworked or stressed. It's a complete change from what I'm used to, and it's a pleasure to actually come to work. He was a sort of manager that was a hands-on manager. He would come and see you and get to know you and like, that was really, really good. The other colleagues at work, I didn't mind telling them that I had a mental health issue because that's part of what I believe in, having gone through the system, so to speak, call it the system. And I found that I was an advocate for mental health issues. They shouldn't be worried about putting their hand up and saying, hey, I think I need help, or asking for assistance, because there's a stigma attached to mental health in men, particularly men. I would suggest to anyone that is feeling any signs at all of stress, pressure, to seek help, see your doctor first. I like to tell people that I have a mental health issue because there are a lot of guys out there that don't want to own up to it. And I'm glad I did, because I can now proudly go out and say to someone, yeah, I've got depression, anxiety, and I had post-traumatic stress disorder. But look at me, I've managed it. There's several ways I can relieve my stress and when I feel a bit anxious. I read. I'll go and find a nice park, sit down and read my book. I'll go for a walk. I'll go jogging, mountain bike riding. Things that I can do on my own. I'd love to be able to go and sit by the beach and just listen to the waves. Just sit and relax, just do nothing. Seems a bit silly, but doing nothing is the best thing. My advice to any company that doesn't have some form of mental health management plan in their system of health and safety and well-being, they need to implement one. And an educated manager is a good manager for people with mental health illness.